T Diddy with Forex Focus Hub. Today we're going to go over some charts and we're going to get into it. Right now it is the 21st, a Sunday. The markets are currently closed, but they will be opening again at 5 o'clock today. Friday we caught some massive moves in the market, and we had news, USD. We had a few things that happened Friday or whatnot. Today we have some news for the China currency here around 8:20, and then Monday we're going into a new week. Look like we're gonna have a lot of news with JPY here. It's tentative, but yeah. Let's go into the charts here. So Friday, I caught this whole entire move on gold. So this was the move. I got in here and I did another, I added another position here, and I took this all the way up here. And honestly, it's so crazy because I made so much money for myself and my clients here on Friday. And then I took this position right here all the way down. Like I jumped in. Let's go to a lower time frame. I knew that this was going to have to retrace sometime. So I got in again and I took this down here and I closed in profit. I eventually got out just because I seen how this started to look like it was consolidating, or usually it spazzed out, and either it's going to aggressively make an impulse move and go up, or it's going to make an impulse move and go down. So let's just talk about the chart. So usually when I get on a charts, guys, I always look at news. Like you have to look at news to know exactly what's going on in the markets. It gives you an idea, prepares you, and you will know like, hey, either I'm going to trade news or I'm not. I end up on, and usually I get on I don't even go this far, but usually I'll get on the weekly chart here. And actually I do go into monthly too. I go into monthly as well. As you can see, I took some notes. We are on a monthly demand. The void needs to be filled at least 50%. It was 8:02 p.m. I was like, I'm holding this trade until it goes back to demand. And this is what my CTFC, which was the commitments trader report. I said, data says we are buying still. So with overall looking at gold here, honestly, gold, we don't know, like the overall sentiment is bullish here, but the market can go any way. It could change the direction. Anything can happen with the market. The market is unpredictable. If you know market structure here, you can see that we were creating a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and a higher low. And we're either going to create a higher high and break the previous high, or create a lower low and break the previous low, either or. So once I seen that we were in a bullish trend, I marked it here. This is the lowest here for me on this wave, and this is the highest. I had all these alerts set, so I did mark the monthly, and then I went into the weekly here, and I seen that we were going down, and this right here was like a false breakout of the demand area, and it actually came here, to be honest. This probably was a wick. Let me just mark that up. This probably is a wick on a higher time frame. Let's see. Yep. It came to this wick here. It touched back there. And then, what was I saying? My bad, y'all. Okay. So I seen that this was a false breakout and then it start aggressively going up. And this was a retest here and it went up and then it created a higher low and then a higher high, a higher low. Let's just go look at the overall here. So we seen that the overall sentiment was bullish. We seen that this was going up here. I end up making my supply and demand zones here. And I see that the market is going up. I knew that around this area, it was going to create some rejection because we hit this trend line like we got a time right here. 1, 2, 3. It broke through here. We hit it a few times. So I'm thinking that, okay, it's going to respect this trend line, especially when, if we zoom in here, I seen that this was like some type of consolidation here. But when I go back into the smaller time frame, I seen that it was creating a higher high and a higher low, a higher high and a higher low. This was a risky trade, but I was confident enough to get into it because all of my confluences, everything that I knew that I was going to be like, I guess I want to say, intending to happen. Like I was waiting for these moves to happen. So let's just dive in here. On my Forex Factory Hub spreadsheet here, I created a spreadsheet with all of the positions that I might potentially look at. And as you can see gold here, the non-commercials, they are 70%, 77% long and 23% short. These are the total positions here. The difference for the previous week and the change here, which was like a negative 36,000. Now, I know that this is long, but this is telling me that the non-commercials are going to start, shortening and offloading their positions here. If I go into gold and I look at the data here, when it's blue, it means that it's neutral. They're not really focusing on it, but when it starts going red, the more red it gets, the more aggressive they are on these positions. So as you can see that this is like a white reddish, they are still long because of all the positions that they're holding, but in term they are still shorting some of their longs. As you can see, we went from 288 December 5th all the way to January 9th. We're at like the shorts are gradually increasing here and the longs are gradually decreasing here. So that tells me that all in all, we are in a long position, but the non-commercial, they are looking to take some of their profits from the long positions. They had, as you can see, all the way back here on August 8th, they were extremely long, but look at the shorts here, how they're aggressively increasing the shorts as well. And then they're aggressively decreasing the shorts. But we see that, and that's why I said, okay, this is a neutral sentiment because the longs are, are increasing, but gradually decreasing. So that means that the bias is they're still long all in all, but they are offloading some of the positions. And if I see that the shorts start to aggressively increase here, then that's going to tell me that they are changing a sentiment. So that was that. So I had that in the back of my pocket here. And I marked up, my my chart And also, as you can see, I use the fibs here. Like I use the Fibonacci. So if we went here and I go to the day, let me just remove that. Seeing that we were in an uptrend, and I'm like, okay, let's go start from this low to this high. This is the 79% here. And this is what was being hit. Like this was this area here of demand was hit. And I'm like, okay, we're going to, take this move up. And that's what I seen. I seen that this was a rejection, this candlestick rejected from breaking through. Now, if it broke through here, I probably would have took more sales, but I seen that this was a rejection here at this demand area, and we can take this up. Now, if your bias was short, and just say because the market could do anything, but you can just say if you looked at it like this, okay, because it could create this is a higher high, higher low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and this can actually break and go and create a lower low and go all the way down here. If we took that fib here from this high to this low, we see that this hit the 62% level, the 70% level. It didn't break the supply, which was this zone, the 79%. And we could have took this all the way down here for this move. We could have took that all the way down. However, it's always best to follow the trend. And with this move that I caught, the market moves three ways. It can go up and down just like this, and the market is never perfect. It can, go this way and sell, or it can go sideways and consolidate. And this right here, this to me looked like consolidation, and then it looks like it broke out. Okay, so on a higher time frame, I said, okay, this might be consolidating. And I decided to get into this position, and it was risky. As you know, gold is very volatile, and it is a risky pair unless you study it or you have a lot of experience. Now, the reason why I decided to get in gold, because even though I seen that it was consolidating on a higher time frame, I started thinking like, okay, let me go to a lower time frame and see exactly what it is doing. Instead of being an intraday trader process, mind thought I was thinking of a scalper process. So I went to the lower time frame. I seen that these were creating higher highs, higher low, higher highs, higher low. And I said, okay, this candle here on the left, usually it has to fill 50% of this void here. So I seen that it was creating that, and I got into the position when I seen that it didn't it rejected here. I got into this position. I held this position. I added another position here because it did a retest, and I held on to it, and I took this position all the way up here. Like I held on to this position here, and I should have did this, but I already marked it up and I just held on to this. So then once I got here, I knew that it was going to eventually, it had to retrace. Like what goes up, it always has to come down. So I knew that this had to retrace. So I ended up doing a sell right up in here in this area, and I took that all the way down. Now I took my profits here and I just closed out the trade. I seen that this was going to either consolidate or it was fizzling out. Usually when you see the candles start to do this, like it's going into a sideways position, you know that either it's going to aggressively make an impulse move going up here, or it's going to make an impulse move going down here. And it's just, preparing to make that move. But look at what this candle is doing. This candle is going a little higher than this, and it could be a retrace and go to the 62 or go back here where I had initially entered and retest and actually just shoot down here. So right now the markets are closed, but I'm waiting to see what gold is trying to do. We know that the non-commercials and the commercials, they are currently at a neutral state. They are taking profits, the non-commercial, but basically it can go either way. So what I'm waiting for, what I'm looking for is I want to see either a candle close below this level here, and I want to see it do a retest and go down. That's what I want to see if I decide to take sales. And if I take buys here, because this can't even go like this and then go down. If I take buys here, I want to see it break this level, retest it, and then shoot up. And that will let me know that with the trend continuation is that we're trying to go all the way up here. And that's what I'm looking for. So I did mark the demand levels, and this will probably go all the way up, and then we'll probably have a massive sell. But this is what I'm looking for at the moment. And stay tuned. And thank you for checking out the Forex Focus Hub, and we'll see what the market gives us.